And if yeah, right now it does.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. That's weird how it shuts itself off. Okay, we're back on again. Thank you. That happens, yes, tell me. All right, so our primary color again was yellow. Its neighbor color was orange, and it gives you the tertiary color of yellow-orange. Okay, you got that one? Okay. Then you have the primary yellow again. Its secondary is green, and it gives you yellow-green as its tertiary color. Okay. The primary blue mixed with green, its secondary color, gives you blue-green. All right, the primary blue again with its neighboring violet gives you blue-violet. Okay, your primary red mixed with the violet secondary or neighboring color, all right, gives you the tertiary red-violet. And then the other red, okay, plus its orange, gives you red-orange. So if you look at your tertiary, do you notice what's going on here? You have your three primary colors, but you have it also in a cool and a warm. Okay, yellow-orange and yellow-green, right? Yellow-orange would be your warm and yellow-green would be your cool, right? So tertiary colors will be primaries and secondaries mixed together. Now, if you mix the primary plus the secondary plus the tertiary, you're going to get colors like brown or gray, even black, but they say no black without color, but that's basically what they're trying to get through to you. That covers that first page. Now, I wasn't sure if yours actually has the words written in on the colors or just the colors on your workbook. Anyone, Jasmine, Stephanie? Do you have the words on the top?
They have the words with it too.
Okay, good. All right. So we all know all of that page, right? Okay. So I'm going to go to your next one. 367. What were you going to say, hon? Angela?
Nothing. My dog was throwing a fit.
Oh, is that the noise? I thought it was somebody else.
Yeah,
Hi, whoever you are in Jasmine City. Everybody wants to pay attention, huh? What you're doing. Hi, everyone. All right, so you should have a color wheel on the next page, right? All right. It's a tool used, okay, in makeup. I want to say in cosmetology, just put it cosmetology because that covers makeup and everything else, all right? A tool used in cosmetology where 12 colors are positioned in a circle. Okay, tool used in cosmetology where 12 colors are positioned in a circle. Okay, there are 3 primary colors, 3 secondary colors, and 6 tertiary colors. And basically that position on the wheel demonstrates its relationship to the color of primary. So look back at this sheet right here, all right? Even though those 3 are your primary colors, when you got down to your tertiaries, did you notice that they all revert back to the primary color? Okay, yellow, yellow, orange, yellow, green, okay? Blue, blue, green, blue, violet, red, red, violet, red, orange. So it all goes back to the primary. You can always revert back to the primary in each color. Okay, does that make sense? All right, because you're gonna have to position these in the correct order when you make your color wheel. You don't just throw them all together. There's a reason why they put it that way. Okay, go to your complementary color schemes, and there's a block there, right? Okay, these are colors that are across from each other on the color wheel, okay? They're the color that would give you the most or the most amount of contrast. Let's just take red and green at Christmas time, right? Those 2 colors are nowhere near each other, but they're complete opposites each other on the color wheel. And that's why they go together. So if you didn't done any type of, decorating or for your home, you'll always have like a contrasting color in there. All right, the second block, makeup artists often use complementary color schemes to enhance someone's eye color. So makeup artists often use complementary color schemes to enhance the eye color.
Miss Janie, also, like, if you're doing, like, I guess it's a camouflage makeup or like color correcting, it's like green cancels out like violet tones
Right?
or something. Or,
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, so it goes like that. Is that what the idea is? Okay.
Yep, it does. It will cancel out one. So like she's saying, if you have too much red in your face, you can use a green concealer prior to your foundation so that when you go to put the foundation on, you have a clean slate. Otherwise, the red's going to come through. So that's why they have those camouflage colors. Good job. All right, color vocabulary. All right, hue is another name for color. Okay, it means the same thing as color. Okay, tint is a hue with white added to it. Okay, it's got white added to it. And this will make more sense when I tell you the next one. Okay, a shade is a hue with black added. If you think about it, the shade's always in the darker side, right? The tint would probably be on the lighter side. That's how I remember those.
Miss Janie, can you repeat the first one, the hue, please?
Hue is another name for color. Okay, did you get tint? Okay. All right, so the next one is going to be value. And value means the lightness or darkness of a color. You might even hear it as the word level. Level also means lightness or darkness of a color. So level and value mean the same thing. All right. Then you have intensity, and this refers to the vividness or the vibrancy of a color. The vividness or vibrancy of the color. Okay, and then you have tone, okay? And tone always refers to warmth or coolness, okay? Warmth or coolness of a color. Okay, warm and cool. Okay, this little block there, it's terms used to describe the tones of colors. Okay, terms used to describe the tones of colors. So remember we were talking about your blouses, like when we went shopping, we always go after a color when we see it in the department store before we actually go after the style of something. Okay, did you ever realize how much color is affecting you on a day-to-day basis? Okay, this is kind of bizarre, but if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Every fast food restaurant has red, yellow, and orange in it at some point, okay? Those are colors that are very irritating to people. So that's why they're there, so that you get in and get out fast, okay? It's not something you want to spend a little time there with, okay? It cracks me up when they put these little McDonald's in like game areas for little kids because the parents are like, I want out of here. Okay, we don't want to stick around. But when you go to someplace like a steakhouse, it's always like greens and woodsy and real relaxing kind of colors so that you spend a lot of money drinking your alcohol there, okay? And your bill gets raised up. But it's kind of funny that it's true. Your fast food restaurants have these irritating colors, and then the ones that are more relaxing, they're going to be very calming and relaxing colors that they use, okay? Downtown, I forgot what building, I think it's the water company or the MID or something like that. But anyways, you have to go up a flight of stairs. So you go up a flight of stairs, and then there's like a landing, and then there's another flight of stairs. But on the wall, there are, I guess it's kind of like a mosaic. They got lines that go like this, and the line follows the way the staircase goes up, okay? And the lines actually make us move faster. For some subconscious reason, we will walk faster up the stairs or down the stairs with the lines on the wall. It's kind of like just making you subconsciously do something that you don't even realize you're doing. Okay, or at the hospital, everyone always used to say, no, the red line on the floor is to get you towards to this department, and the green line is to get you to the other department. But it's not so either, because it does take you to different departments, but it actually makes you walk faster. For some reason, it just does these subconscious things to us, and we don't realize it. Years ago, advertising agencies literally put things in your commercials at the theaters. Okay, so you would think, while you're watching it, you would see these little, you wouldn't actually see it, because the only time you could see it is if you slowed down the film and actually watched it, and it would show a picture of a popcorn or a soda or something like that from the snack bar. Okay, and it was illegal because you were subconsciously programming the audience to go to the snack bar and buy things. And they realized that this is what it was doing, so they made it illegal to do that. But on the older ones, you can actually look this up. You look at older pictures and videos, and you run the machine like slower. I'm not saying to go backwards or anything weird like that. Just go slower. You'll actually be able to see the time frame of it coming up. And it's weird how they used to do stuff like this. So advertising does a lot for us. It guides us, just like our news guides us into what to believe and what not to believe. Okay, think about that. It's all programming, and we didn't even realize we were being programmed into this mess. It's kind of crazy. Makeup the same way, because women will like to look with what they see in a magazine. Okay, and that's what we consider our fashion. Fashion does come around, it goes away for a good 20 years, and it comes back, and that's in fashion again, and it's called something different. Okay, so your second block on here is your warm colors contain your reds or yellow undertones. Okay, they're found in oranges and the red half of the color wheel. So warm colors contain red or yellow undertones. This is something I didn't realize either, that most makeup companies start off with a yellow base. Did you know that? I did not know that. That is the craziest thing. I'm like, okay, you guys are, see, you're smarter than I am. I did not know that they start off with a yellow base. So you're trying to cut that out when if you've got too much yellow undertone. Okay, second one is going to be your cool colors are going to contain blue undertones, and they're grouped as the blues and greens on the color wheel. And it's cool side. Okay, your next one's going to be yellow and green, or yellow green, excuse me, and red violet. Okay, yellow, green, and red violet can be considered either warm or cool, depending if it has more pigment from one side or the other. And I think that kind of goes with all colors, because I can see when they keep breaking colors down and breaking them like more and more, and instead of just the 64 in the color crayon box, it's got like 360 colors. You'll see that each color does have a warm and cool tone to it. Okay.
Miss Janie, you know how you're saying like how most companies do like the yellow, they start out with the yellow like in their foundation and stuff. So like I found that out because like I'm a neutral undertone when it's foundation and stuff. And so it's like harder to find neutral undertones for some reason whenever I go for foundation. And so they color matched me at Sephora, and I came out and I called my older sister. I'm like, yo, they made me look like a lobster because they thought I was red, like a red undertone. And I was like, no. And then I went back to another Sephora, and they're like, no, that's the wrong color. And I think there's only been like a select few foundations that I've been able to find that were actually like colored, like so much. It was so bad, but it's like so funny because like I can get like a warmer one and it's more yellow, and it's like, no, that's not what it is. And then it just goes back and forth.
I've even gone to MAC and a couple of other places, but I'm going to use MAC because you've already used Sephora. But they've done the same thing to me. And one of them will say that I'm pink undertone, and then another one will say I'm, warm undertone. And I'm like, you guys, it looks like a cool base. My hair and everything else turns the warm, but it is a cooler base. I have that like a neutral to cool. It's not like a warm color. I'm white pretty much, but it's weird the colors that they come up with. Yeah, because I'm either too pink or too orange. And on top of that, the makeup changes colors throughout the day. It doesn't stay the same. Okay, so when you test a foundation and you're trying to make it match your skin tone, you should let it like oxidize a little bit. you know, at least for a good 20 minutes, you know, and you can see that it actually is the shade of the color that you're trying to use. You know what I mean? Because we'll put it on. I've got one right now that I put on, and I can't stand it because I look like I'm like this orange face, right? And everyone else says, I don't see it. Well, by the time I get to work, it looks different. Yeah, they're like, I don't see it now. I'm like, well, look orange when I put it on. I don't like this. I don't like this cheating color stuff. But I'm learning a lot in different types of makeup also too. After all these years, you're just going, wow, I just didn't realize how complicated it was, you know, to put these colors together.
It's the same thing for like powder too. I learned that like the powder, like they have the banana powder, and I used to be able to wear it, but then the way it oxidizes with the foundation, because I guess the mixture of the two, it just doesn't mix.
Yeah.
So like I ended up trying to use a translucent powder, but then it makes me look super like white, and I was like, okay, well I can't use that now, and so it's like a weird, it's an issue.
Yeah, the way it oxidizes. I do have the banana one too in my purse, and I'm like, I can't even wear that. It looked good when I put it on, but not when it oxidized. It was like horrible. So bring your own makeup in tomorrow, at least a powder and a foundation. We can test it on your arm and show you difference. If you've got a couple of different ones, like older makeups, bring those in too. And you can kind of see, because we're not putting it on our face because we are not allowed to do that. But I will put it right here. You know, you can put it on yourself to see the changes of the color, how it works. It's weird how it literally changes on you. Okay. Another really way to try and change or figure out somebody's color, two are the veins in their wrist, okay? The greenish kind of color is usually a warm, towards a warm, and then somebody with a blue is usually on the cooler side. However, you can fall between the cracks and be that neutral person that can wear just about any color, okay? It's weird how this all works. And then depending on what you're wearing can change the whole scheme of, you could be in the same tone in your clothes and your makeup, but your makeup looks different because of the tone of that dress or that blouse or that shirt or whatever. Okay, so there's weird things that go on. That's why when we're doing a makeup on somebody, we want to know the occasion and what she's wearing that day. Okay, all right, so your next little block there, you're going to write down colors that are a combination of warms and cools are known as neutrals. Colors that are a combination of warms and lights are considered neutral. Okay, I normally give you a little 10-minute, but I'm going to give you like 7 minutes today, okay, on a little break. All right, and then we'll come back in here and finish up until 12:30, all right? Okay, so 7 minutes, all right, ladies? That means 12:08. Okay, thank you. How you doing, Danielle? Good? Okay. And you, Angela, you doing okay? Are you doing manicures? Are you doing just a polish change? Okay, no, that's what I'm asking. Okay. No, you don't have to stay until 2:30. Okay? Okay, we finish the hours. You just got to come back and take that test. Okay, yeah, but make sure you have your baggies put together, okay? Yeah. All right.
So, Miss Janie,
Uh-huh.
what all am I supposed to bring tomorrow?
Okay, your state board kit. Were you with us when we put our state board kit together?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to take a picture of the kit list, and then this is what you're putting together.
Okay.
Okay. And this kind of goes for Jennifer, I think, and Avery, because they haven't done it yet either. Okay, let me take a picture of it. Good Lord, it's taking forever to load. That's why. Let's decide. Okay, let me know if it's clear, okay? That you can see it. Can you read it, or should I take another picture?
It hasn't come in yet.
Huh?
I'm waiting for it to
Oh, okay.
it hasn't come in yet.
You're checking the zip, right?
Yeah. There we go, I got it. Let me see. Yeah, it's clear.
Huh?
It's clear.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you, when class is over, to send it to Jennifer.
Okay.
Jennifer, are you there? She might have gone on her little break. Her and Avery.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try to either find them on social media or get their number or something.
Okay. I'm going to try and see if I can send it, but I'm just not sure if I can yet. I don't know if the number's in my. Let me see if it'll come up in my zip whip, because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Do you guys need help with something? Sorry, I like just sat down and I heard like the end of the conversation.
Avery, let me see if I can send it to you first, okay?
Okay.
All she's doing is trying to give us all the information for our state board
Kit.
for to bring tomorrow.
Yeah. Let me see. A-V-E-R. Your last name Rojas, huh? Or
No, my last name's Snow.
okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Let me send it to you. All right. Okay. Jennifer, are you there?
What's that?
Jennifer, what's your last name?
Sanchez.
Sanchez. Okay, hold on. I'm going to send you something also. There it is. Okay. Okay. Just let me know you can read it, Avery, too.
What was that?
Let me know if you can read it. It should have been a zip whip I sent to you from the school, a text message.
Oh, okay. Let me check my phone.
Okay.
And these are also supposed to be like separate bags.
Yeah, I broke it down into bags, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that one looks kind of blurry.
It is. It's not blurry on my end.
It's not, how about yours, Jen? That's the one I think is, wait a minute. Jennifer's might be blurry. It looks really blurry to me.
The text I got was clear.
Okay, I'm gonna do another one right now, okay?
So, do I need to purchase all of these things?
Well, I'm
Oh,
gonna explain that.
something?
I'm gonna explain it to you here in just a second, okay?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, that should be easier to read, Jen. Okay, so this is a kit for our state board. I do have some of the stuff here, like some extra baggies and stuff like that, like gallon baggies that we could put them in, and a couple of bottles, but you might have to purchase at the dollar store. They have like the bottles, a little tiny travel size. You get 4 of them for $1. If you Make sure you don't get the one with the spray bottle in it. You get 4 or 3 bottles in there. But it's better to have that because it's got a flip top on it. By purchasing this, you save yourself $75 when you go to board, okay? Otherwise, you have to rent a kit. So I'm preparing you and having you make your own kit prior to it so you don't have to. Because we have to practice what we're doing at board anyways, so you may as well have the kit already prepped and ready to go for board, okay? So makeup and stuff like that, you can use makeup that you have at home. It's not a big deal, okay? Don't go out and buy a bunch of good makeup. That's what I'm trying to say. You've got, you know, mascara, anything you can buy at the dollar store, buy. But the part where it says like cleanser and exfoliator and cream, you know, those type of stuff, all I did, and I bought a big bottle for $1 of cream, and I just squeezed it in each of the bottles because it doesn't really matter what it is. It's just mock anyways. What it's going to say on the outside of the bottle is what's going to matter, okay? Whether it says cleanser on it or exfoliator, okay? Nobody cares what's inside of them, all right? Do you get what I'm saying? And the stuff that is liquid, like an antiseptic or your toner and stuff like that, leave them empty, and when you get here, we'll fill them with water when we test out. Other than that, you won't, okay? I'm not expecting you to get it today so that you're here tomorrow, because tomorrow we've got enough to get you ready because you don't even have books or anything yet. But I will have you watch theirs too when they practice it, okay? Because I needed to test them out, the ones that have, they were here last week, going to be tested out, and I got sick. All right, so you'll see what we have and what I have extra I can give to you, okay? Before actually purchasing the stuff you have. Does that make sense for
Yeah,
you guys?
so we just come in tomorrow, see exactly what we need to bring in, and then bring it in on
Yeah,
Friday.
yes.
Okay.
Well, you can. You can, I'll give them like until next week to get their stuff together, okay? But
Okay.
you've already practiced with us on it, right? Have you practiced, Danielle, at all?
The only thing I did was the facials, and then I got
Okay, so then,
told
yeah,
again.
yeah, I'll let you watch too, okay? So
Okay.
next week, all right? Okay, and then tomorrow I'll give you this list again, just to make sure you know what we're doing, okay?
All right, so you can cross them out. Okay. Anything else besides the state kit? Because I know we need to bring like our mannequin heads and our textbooks.
Yes. You
But
don't
is
have
there
to bring
anything
the textbook, but you can bring your doll heads. Okay, the stuff that we loaned you, because we need those here. Okay, once we get your work it together though, it's going to stay here at the school in a
Right.
locker. You might need a lock. Okay.
I have one. I bought one,
Okay.
and then we got told not to come again. So.
All right. I'm going to let some people back in the room. Hold on. There you go. Megan, I'm trying to let you in. This is weird. There she is. Okay. All right. So you understand what we're going to do so far, you guys? Okay. All right. Let's pick up where we left off. And we're still recording good. I haven't shut it off by accident. All right. The last one, there should be one more square for you, right? On your workbook. So it should say skin tones as well as cosmetics are classified into 3 categories. Skin tones as well as cosmetics, excuse me, are classified into 3 categories. And that'd be like warms, cools, and neutrals. Okay. So now we're going to go to monochromatic, okay? And these are color schemes that are the same color, okay, but different value and intensity. And remember what value was. Value is lightness and darkness, right? And intensity is the vibrancy of it. So it's color schemes that use the same color with variations in value and intensity. We all think that black is like the most slimming color, right? If we were wearing solid black, we look our thinnest, but it's not necessarily so, because if you're wearing the same color scheme all the way through, you can look just as slimming. Okay, so if I had this burgundy outfit on, okay, I could be just as slimming as if I was in the black because it's one color and it doesn't break up. Start with putting prints and stars and stripes and all that kind of stuff. That's what makes it get a little bit different. All right, analogous. These are color schemes that use 3 colors that are adjacent to each other on the color wheel. Okay, 3 colors that are adjacent, which means next to each other on the color wheel. And these are colors that are usually used in daytime makeup, okay? Because there's not too far off the contrast, you know what I mean? All right, and then you have your triadic color schemes, okay? These are 3 colors that are located in a triangular position on the color wheel. So what I want you to do is look at the color wheel and you see the triangle in the center of, okay, that's what they're talking about. The little points that would have been that triangle. So monochromatic and analogous are used for more vibrant effects. I'd say the more vibrant effects would be your nighttime makeup, right? And then monochromatic would be your daytime makeup, I guess you could say.
Miss Janie, when we make the color wheel, do we need to write cool colors and warm colors like it says on the sides?
You should write down the color itself.
Okay.
You should have the color itself somewhere so that you can tell what the color is, like red, orange, or yellow, orange, whatever the color is, have that somewhere in there. It doesn't have to be over the whole color itself, but underneath it, above it, something like that, so you can see that that's the color.
Okay.
Okay. Because if you notice on those 3 triangular position ones, okay, they're a little bit more segregated as far as apart from each other, and the farther apart it is, the more dramatic it gets. The closer they are, the less dramatic. Okay, so let's turn the page, and we're going to go through at least the face shapes, okay, so that you know what you're going to do on your flashcards. Okay. So, face shapes, okay? Most corrective makeup and contouring are still done to achieve the illusion of the oval face, okay? Even though we might think we're not, we're actually trying to make the face look oval, okay? Face shapes that are other than the classic oval are going to be round, oblong, pear, square, heart, and diamond, the other 6, okay? But basically, you're going to put in that facial shapes and features. Most corrective makeup and contouring are done to give the illusion of an oval face. Okay. Now what I'm going to have you do is turn the page again. Okay. You're going to go to 369 where those pictures, the illustrations are. And we're going to fill that in right there. Okay. So that you have something to look at as you're writing your definitions. Okay. All right. So under the oval face, you're going to write in there the most balanced face shape and can be divided into 3 equal parts. And using the eye as your measurement. Okay, your round face, okay? This has a rounded hairline and chin line, okay? Rounded hairline and chin line. The width is generally broader in proportion. So here. This part's going to be wider. It's not a full, like, perfectly round circle. All right. And the goal is to diminish the fullness of the jaw. Okay. The goal is to diminish the fullness of the jaw. Okay. You ready for your oblong face? Okay, the oblong face is long and narrow, okay? So you want to apply deeper tones under the chin and at the hairline and temples. So darker tones under chin, hairline, and temples. And then you want to emphasize the horizontal lines, which would be brows and lips and cheeks. So that would be your highlight. Okay, so long and narrow. You want to apply deeper tones under the chin, hairline, and temples, and then emphasize the horizontal lines on the brow, lip, and cheeks. Okay, pear-shaped. Okay, they have a narrow forehead and a wide jawline. So you're going to want to highlight the forehead and contour the bottom of the face. So you balance out that fullness and thinness. Okay. Okay. On a square face, are you ready? Am I going too fast? Okay. The square face is broad and straight. Okay. All right. So what you're, and it's like, it's got a square jaw to begin with. All right. So you're going to have to soften the angles. All right. So soften angles and reduce the width. So you're going to shade directly under the cheekbones to reduce that width. You know how you can tell somebody is a square person? Is their cheekbones and their jawbone is the same width. It's automatically a square, and they have a lower forehead and it's square. Miss Connie is a perfect square. She hates it when I use her as an example, but she really is a perfect square. Okay, a heart-shaped face, okay? They are wider in the forehead and narrow at the chin, okay? So what you need to do is minimize the width of the forehead, okay, by contouring along the temples. Okay, wider forehead with a narrow jawline, chin. You minimize the width of the forehead by contouring along the temples. All right. And our last one is a diamond-shaped face, okay? And this is predominantly width through the cheekbones and narrow through the forehead and chin. Okay, so what we want to do is contour to minimize the wide points at the forehead and the chin. To balance that back out. Okay, so any questions on those face shapes?
What did you say for the round face? Like where to contour and highlight?
Okay, so it's a rounded hairline and chin, and it's wider in the cheek parts, right? So the goal is to diminish the fullness of the jaw. So you're going to shadow, basically on a round face, you're going to shadow like right here, like along here, this part right here, like that. Okay, so starting at the temples, you're gonna come in like that. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna bring this as close as I can to the camera, okay? And it's gonna be the second one from the left. Can you see her picture, how it's shadowed? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your book like that, shadowed like that?
It's not, no.
Okay. That'll be an easy way of doing it, is shadowing it there on the picture itself and then making it on your flashcard. Okay. So everyone knows how to do this? Okay. Jennifer, were you not here when I was giving out homework assignments?
When did you do
Jen?
that?
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a color wheel. Okay. You can bring it in tomorrow. You can take a picture of the color wheel that you make. All right. And bring it in. I just don't want something that you copied off of the internet and just printed it up. Okay. So you need to make something. I said, look at the Pinterest. They have all kinds of different crazy things that help you with ideas. Okay. And then you're going to do face shape. So you're going to need 7 cards, like index cards, or 7 pieces of paper, whichever you want to do it. But on one side of the index card, you're going to write the face shape, okay, round, oblong, pear, square, heart shape, or diamond. So you're going to need 6 of those cards. The oval one is going to be perfect, so you don't have to do anything with the oval card. But the others, you're going to have to give the description. So let's say the round face, okay, the description would be rounded hairline and chin line, okay, and wider horizontally. The other side of the flashcard, you're going to show me where you would contour and highlight to make that face more of an oval, okay? So I put up this picture. I'm going to show you the same thing that I showed Jasmine. If you look up at the screen, it's going to be the second face from the left, okay? Can you see the shadowing on that? That's the one you're supposed to do for round face. Can you see that, Jennifer?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, that's what you're going to do on the other side. You're going to shadow it where, or contour it basically where it needs to be highlighted and contoured. Okay. So on one side, you're going to give the face shape and its description or its definition. Okay. And the other side, you're going to shade, highlight and contour where it needs to be to make it an oval face. Okay. And then you're going to do the keywords. Okay. I can have someone, I can have Stephanie send you, because I have to be off here at 12:30. I can have Stephanie, could you send her your list of keywords to her once I stop the video recording of it?
The chapter 12 keywords?
Yes.
Yeah, I just need her number. I don't have her number.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break that recording so that you can do that. Okay, so
Okay.
let me shut it. If you have no more questions, I'm just going to shut the recording part off. Okay. All right. Stop the recording.